All right, we're gonna work on a standing hip car here, all right? If you have great balance, you don't need support, but for most of us, we're gonna find something to help give us support and help us create tension in the entire body and only allow the movement to happen in the hip where we want it. So, I'm going to hold with my left hand, which means my left foot is gonna remain braced into the ground, okay? My big toe, pinky toe, and heel are very stable. I'm gonna be pressing into the ground to get that glute firing up, that belly firing up, that quad firing up, everything through that chain. Okay? My right leg's gonna do that movement. First thing we're gonna do, I'm gonna turn the bottom of my foot to face that wall. And I'm going to imagine trying to drag the bottom of my foot up along that bar or along that wall, keeping as much of that external rotation as I can as we elevate. When I feel my range of motion stops, my knee is gonna stay where it is and I'm gonna let that foot pivot, rotating out. Boom, so now I'm trying to point my heel out this direction, okay? I feel the end of my range of motion, so now I'm gonna draw. Let that knee open up, let that hip open up, as if I'm trying to step over something. Driving that hip behind, still thinking about that heel, trying to express to that outside wall. And it finishes, boom, right here next to my thigh again. Check that belly tension, feet are stable, hand is locked in, and we're going back the other way. So my foot points out, then my knee opens up, feeling that hip work, trying to step over that imaginary block, and I'm going to let that come back to that neutral position as I'm exploring the end of my motion. Bottom of the foot faces the wall, and it's across my body trying to glide back down to the finish. Opening, closing, counts as one breath. We're doing it slow. We're preventing any movement in the rest of the body. Isolate it to that hip. Done right, you should be working that hip, and it's probably gonna be working that stabilizer leg too, especially if you don't have anything for support, okay? A little bit, and where you're finding where you're getting locked up, that's where we're gonna go into some deeper ranges of motion, stretches, or whatever is appropriate to open up that space.